right, y'all, so welcome to my YouTube channel. But the video that I'm gonna be talking about today, y'all, is how basically how I battle with depression. So basically it was like I really found out that I was like really depressed when I came back from basic training in 2019. Most of you may know, or most of you may not know, but I did go to the Army. So going to the Army, that was like a breath of fresh air. That's something I wanted to do, following in my daddy's footsteps. And I really just wanted to go and basically make a life for myself, you know, get me situated or whatever the case may be. So I noticed like I ended up getting injured, and the injuries I sustained, I have a fractured spine and a separated pelvis. So instead of my pelvis being like together like this, I have a gap. And instead of my spine being like perfectly aligned, it's curved completely to the right, and the top part, like from up here to probably like right there, is like in bits and pieces. So when I came home, I was like very depressed. It was like when I came home from us working out 24/7, eating 3 times a day, getting different type of nutrients and stuff like that, my weight was 235 when I came home. So I was a little built. I was thick, like was on the verge of having the abs and all. I was big. And when I came home, within a week, I had dropped 35 pounds. I was like 200. And then right after that, I went from like 200 to probably like 195, 190. And I was like, okay, something is going on. I don't know what's going on, but this is not me. And then I noticed like growing up, I was a little off. Not like off, but I was different from the other kids, I guess I would say. And I was like, okay, things are a little different. This is, you know, I'm not used to basically how the other kids were or how they behaved. I behaved differently, like how most kids like bouncing off the wall, doing different type of stuff, all that kind of crap. I was like a loner, if you would say. I basically stayed to myself, stayed out the way. I didn't really want to be around nobody. So I was like, okay. I don't know if I guess I would say timid or whatever the case may be, but I wasn't like the normal toddler or, you know, kid, preteen, teen, none of that. So flashing back to my childhood, I know it's like sometimes I would get sad because of like the environment I was growing up in or whatever. And I would be like, how would life be if I wasn't in this household or in this situation or whatever the case may be? So I kind of like put it on the back burner and just kept on going through life. But when I came back from basic training, I wasn't the same. I would sleep all the time. I barely would eat. My attitude was like firecracker. It was like quick as fuck. I wasn't myself. Like before I left, I was happy. I was going places. I would love to go shopping. I love buying shoes, tights, crap, all that. So when I came home, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be around nobody. I wanted to stay locked up in my room all the time. Let's see. The thing that really just got to me, I was sad. Like, y'all, when I tell you I was sad all the time, I was sad all the time. And I was just like, ugh. I was like, why are you sad all the time? Then it was like some days I would cry. And then since it's like, you know, it's my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be real, you know, open with y'all. I wanted to kill myself. I really did, because it was just like, I'm not used to being sad all the time. I'm not used to being frustrated. I'm not used to my temper being, I'm not used to none of that. And it was just like, okay, Mackenzie, you got to talk to somebody. But then it was like, I don't want to talk to somebody, because then what if they judge me? I was focused on what other people would think for as, excuse me. Y'all, it's this sparkling water, because I don't drink sodas. I was more focused on what other people would think, what they would say, how they would, go about being around me, stuff like that. Basically, I was afraid of being judged, and can't nobody judge you but God. So I was like, I don't even know why that was even in my head. So I was like, okay, maybe it'll blow over. So I came home May 15th, 2019. I was like, maybe it'll blow over. So the day I came home to about, I would say August or September, I was still not the same. So at this point, months had then went by. So I'm like, okay, if these months are going by, I'm still not the same. Something is going on. My dad said I was showing like slight symptoms of PTSD simply because I was, I guess, away from home for a amount of time. And I was in a different environment. Like, in basic training, you're basically isolated from the world. Like, you get probably 4 phone calls when you're in basic. And it's only if, it depends on your company and your unit. Pretty much your battalion, I mean. But battalion, unit, same thing. So, like, you basically, with us, we pretty much got like 4 phone calls. So I was like, I'm not used to not talking to my family every day. I'm not used to not seeing their face. I'm used to wake up in the morning, I see my mom, go to sleep, take a nap throughout the day, wake up, my dad came home from work. I'm with my family. So it was like, I was with people I didn't know, people that I always call attitudes. To me, with my temper, I get my temper from my daddy. So with my temper being quick, you can say the wrong thing and I'm popping off, like, popping the hell off. And over there, they appointed me bay boss, and that's when you're the boss over a particular base. So since it was like more males than females, the males had 3 bays, the females had 1. So it's like 63 plus females in 1 bay, including myself. So it's like, with being bay boss, you telling them what to do, telling them their chores for the day, telling them what they gotta clean up, chores, setting the guidelines for the day, basically, is the word I was looking for. So that started getting frustrating, because it's like, at that time when I was in basic training, I was 18. I got sworn in September, I think like September 20. So being bay boss, I was 18 at the time, so I'm young. It's people that's like 25, 30, some of them were 40, and I'm telling these folks what to do. So I know they probably like, who is this little young buck telling us what to do and stuff like that. And some days I catch attitudes, because it's like, at the end of the day, we all grown ass women, pretty much. We both raised this right hand, said what we had to say, signed this contract, was getting paid, doing the same thing, different ranks, whatever the case may be. We were still the same. So it was just like, that was getting frustrating, because it's like, I don't feel like telling these grown folks what to do. I was like, y'all grown, y'all should know what to do. Half y'all got kids. Half y'all got kids my age. So y'all should know what to do, like, off real from Jump Street. So that was taking a toll on me. That was getting aggravating. I dealt with racism for the first time. So that was another trigger. So I was like, okay. Days over there, I was like, okay, is this really what I want? Some days I was like, hell no. Some days I was like, hell yes. Because it was like, I was getting paid good, but it wasn't worth losing my self-respect and shit like that. So that was taking a toll on me. I've never had to have an encounter with racism. So experiencing that over there, that made me depressed a little bit, because I was like, I understand, you know, this stuff happened to my people a long time ago, but at the end of the day, you still gonna respect me, because when we cut and we bleed, we both bleed in red. It ain't no blue, green, yellow, purple, none of that. It's red. So I was like, the same respect I give you as a drill sergeant or a sergeant, whatever your rank was, you gonna give me that same respect back. And that took a toll on me. I was getting real depressed, because like, I would have drill sergeants. I'm natural. So say for instance we had PT in the rain. If it's raining and my hair curls up, you shouldn't be asking me what the hell is going on with my hair. It's raining. So that was like, I was getting real depressed then. I was like, I don't know why. And then it was like, after I got injured and they moved me to a new battalion, the drill sergeants at my new battalion, in a way, it kind of felt like they was attacking me, because it was like, every time I said something or did something, it was a problem. But another trainee can ask the same exact thing, no problem. So I was like, okay, yeah, I feel like I'm a little target or whatever. So I was getting depressed then. So fast forward into when I came home, I lost 35 pounds within a week. Then turned around, lost like 10, 20 more. So I was getting little, like, y'all see how full my face is now? It was like, my cheek, it was like, you see how like that? I was looking real deadish. I wasn't coming out my room. I didn't want to do my hair. So I would keep my hair twisted up for like weeks at a time, just to keep from doing it. My temperament was like times 1,000. The simplest things would tick me off. So I was like, something's not right. So finally, I just broke down. I talked to my dad. I was like, Daddy, I don't know what's wrong with me, but this is not me. This is not the child you sent over there or the child growing up. This is not me. So I be getting emotional when I got to talk about stuff like this, because most people don't be wanting to be open to telling you guys stuff like this. So I was like depressed growing up a little bit. Plus I got bad anxiety. So I was depressed growing up, and I never told nobody. Like, I really was getting depressed, because my dad was in the Army. So my dad going overseas a lot as a child. I was like, you know, where's my dad? Like, we'll have programs and shit at the school, and everybody got their daddy there, and I'm like, Daddy, why you can't come? And it's like, I can't just tell this man the upper league, Kuwait, or Baghdad, or Iraq, be like, Dad, I got a program Friday. This man clean across the world. What could I do? So I was like, I was getting depressed from missing my dad a lot. And then it was like, when he could come home, probably he'll be home for like 6 months, but he'll still have to be traveling back and forth to different bases and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I really don't see my daddy like that. So I was getting depressed because I wasn't seeing my dad. And my dad is like my best friend. Like, I look just like my daddy. That's my best friend. Like, if I was to call him right now and be like, Daddy, I don't feel good, or I'm not myself, my dad will drop anything that he's doing. Like, it's 9 o'clock at night. I promise you, my dad will drop anything he's doing, make his way to Atlanta. Baby, what's going on? So I was depressed because my dad was gone. I was missing him 24/7. And it was just too much. So I finally told my dad, I was like, Dad, I need help. Like, I need somebody to talk to that's not a neutral party. Like, I don't want to talk to my mama about it. I don't really want to talk to my dad about it. The person I was dating at the time, damn sure I don't want to talk to them about it, because it was like, I didn't want to talk to them about it. I ain't even finna get into all of that. But I didn't want to talk to them about it. So I was like, I want to talk to a non-neutral party. I want to talk to somebody who don't know me but can possibly help me. So, what day did I go? September 18th, 2019 was the first day I went to therapy. So I went there. I met the lady. They asked me questions. They was like, you know, how you feeling? How's your weight? Then, you know, of course, I got to ask the big questions. Have you ever thought about killing yourself or harming yourself or stuff like that? At the time, I didn't want to tell them yeah, because it was like, y'all not going to lock me up or none of that. Y'all ain't going to put me in, like, the little mental hospital. I'm not ready for that. I want to go back home. I feel like my eyes, like, water, like I'm finna cry. But, I was like, no. So then they rephrased the question, and they was like, have you ever thought about what life would be like if you weren't around? My ass said yeah. So they talking to me, and I'm crying because it's like, I don't know these folks from a can of paint. They don't know me. But it's like, it was a sign from God. Like, they was just telling me what I needed to hear. And I was talking to the lady, and she was like, you don't have to be afraid to talk to somebody. Like, you can actually just let it out. You can, you know, you can be comfortable. You can sit back, relax, whatever. And I used to see people go to therapy on TV. The whole time they in therapy on TV, the lady just, or the guy, or whatever the case may be, they just, yeah. I was scared to go to somebody like that because I was like, I don't want nobody, y'all hear these ghetto folks outside? Interrupting my video. But I was like, seeing that on TV, I was like, I don't want to go talk to nobody if the whole time I'm talking, they writing junk down in their pen and pad. I want you to at least, I need eye contact. I need you to look at me and let me know, like, you listening. Like, of course, you're going to have to take time to write, but at the end of the day, I need y'all, I need the eye contact. I need to know that you really feeling, you know, where I'm coming from. So, when I first went, they gave me this little app, and they told me to download it on my phone. I got to put it back on my phone because sometimes I be having my moments up here, y'all. I got it on. They put it on my phone, and they was like, it was like word games and breathing exercises, affirmations, all that, and it was just something new. So I was crying and talking to the lady, and she was like, you sound like you had, you know, somewhat of a depressing childhood. I was like, yeah, my pops was gone. Like, I'm a daddy's girl, for real. Like, daddy's baby. Like, if when I was little, something like, how they had a saying, if you seen him, you seen me. It wasn't really like that because he was gone. But when he came back, I went too far. Like, if you come to the house, where I mind it? Because, like, at home, my daddy called me I mind it or my nickname. Y'all learn my nickname later on throughout the channel. I ain't gonna tell y'all this video. But he'll call me I mind it or my nickname. So, if somebody comes to the house, where your baby girl at? I mind it. I'm walking my little bow-legged butt to the front. But if I'm in trouble or something, he gonna call me Mackenzie. But for the most part, it's I mind it or my nickname or my little baby. My daddy never called me by my first name. So, getting back on track, I was like, yeah, I miss my dad. And then I had a lot of complications going on when I was younger. Like, I used to have real chronic nosebleeds and stuff like that. So I always having to go to a doctor, get hooked up to a machine, getting tests ran, all that. They was taking a toll on me because I was like, I want to be normal. I don't want to, every time I got to go to a doctor, they sticking crap up my nose to see how long ago I had a nosebleed, or they putting little blood pressure crap on my arm to make sure everything is level, like making sure I'm okay and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I was like, they had to test me to see if I had leukemia because I was having nosebleeds so bad to the point where I was losing too much blood and I was getting real pale. It was like, I promise y'all, I had nosebleed probably like 365 days. I had nosebleed every day of the year. every single day of the year. Sometimes twice a day, 3 times a day at school. Like, sometimes, y'all, say for instance, you get to school like 7:40. Everything else start at 8. 8:15, I'm in the nurse's office because I done had a nosebleed and clad. So that was taking a toll. So they was like, depending on the time frame in your life growing up was how your depression was going. So going to more therapy sessions, they came to the conclusion that I had situational depression. And that was depending on the environment or the situation that I'm in at that point in time was how my depression would kick in. And with me not telling nobody that I was depressed for a good amount of time, I had to take medicine. So the medicine was cool, but it was just like, I don't want to take no pills every day. Like, I really didn't. I don't want to take no pills every day. I didn't want to have to put my life on pause because of something that was wrong with me. I don't want to do that. So, I don't want to cry, but eventually it's going to come out. But them tears, like, in them ducts up there. So, I was just like, Mackenzie, you got to get a grip on this. You got to get a grip on this fast. I didn't want to be on medication all the time. Like, sometimes I get in my moments down here where it's like, yeah, not today. I'm over it. And I had to take one of my pills. But for the most part, I don't really have to take them like that. And that's a good thing. But the moral of the whole story with me making this video is, if you or someone you know is going through a depression, or you feel as though you're not the same, you want to reach out and talk to somebody, y'all can come and talk to me. My social media is always open. My phone is always in my hand. Simple. And coming from me to tell y'all don't have to be afraid to tell somebody that you're depressed or you're going through something, you have anxiety. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be. Going to therapy is normal. Like, talking to someone outside of family and friends is normal. Like, you don't have to sit up and let stuff be bottled in. Like, I still fight with it today. Like, having stuff bottled in. Like, my brother has to constantly, Kenzie, you okay? My dad will call, like, recently, I had to get a new phone because my XS Max crashed. So, basically, I got to get a software update in that phone. It's basically brand new. I only had it for a year. So, my phone crashed, and normally I send my dad pictures of me every day when I'm going to work. I ain't send my dad no picture today. I send my dad a picture of me going to work every single day. I slipped up and did not send my dad a picture, and he called. He was like, everything copacetic down there, everything good, what's going on? We was like, Daddy, we fine. I was on the ask because I might normally send me pictures of her every day when she going to work, like, Dad, this what I got on, and she been sleeping. I was like, not you just called to check me, Pooh. But that showed me that my daddy looks forward to me sending pictures every day. He automatically thought something was wrong. Like, the other day he called me. I was off. I was laying in the bed. He said, what you doing, child? I said, nothing, Daddy, laying down. He immediately, I heard in his voice, like, he got up. What's the matter? Why you in the bed? Go ahead and get out the bed. Did you take your medicine? You okay? You good? Like, a father. But for the most part, y'all, it's okay to not be okay. Because I still have my moments and my days where I don't feel okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to not want to talk to your family or your friends. Therapy is normal. It's normal. If you want to go and talk to a therapist, do that. Do it. Like, with me, since I went to basic training and stuff like that, I get to go to the VA. But I can go to a normal therapist, VA therapist, any of that. But it's okay not to be okay. You don't have to sit up there and feel as though you have to keep so much stuff bottled in because you're afraid to talk to somebody. Even if at that point in time you don't want to talk to a, you know, a person like sitting across from each other type person, talk to God. He's always there. He'll listen. That was one thing I had to start doing too, because it's like all the time I'm not gonna be able to pick up the phone and be like, Miss Beverly, I need to talk. That's my therapist's name. Miss Beverly, I need to talk. I'm not gonna always be able to do that because she has to take care of her other patients. So sometimes I just talk to God, and I've gotten to the point now where I talk to my brother, I talk to my daddy. And I just want y'all to know that if y'all need somebody to talk to, y'all can talk to me. Y'all can talk to me. Like, I want to have a close-knit relationship with my subscribers. Like, I want y'all to feel as though y'all family for real. So this is basically what my channel gonna be about. Like, if you watch a video of mine and you're like, she probably don't know me, but I need to talk to her, shoot me an email. Not an email, but shoot me a DM or message me on Facebook. I'm gonna respond. If I don't respond right then and there, that's either I'm at work or I'm asleep. If I hear this phone go off like several times, I'm gonna wake up. I sleep with my phone like close to my ear. To like, if I gotta answer the phone, it's easy to, you know, just slide it over. But for the most part, I just want y'all to know it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to want to talk to someone else. It's okay to get help. It's okay to feel as though you need to better yourself. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. If you gotta talk to somebody, talk to somebody. If you're comfortable enough with talking to family or friends, you can do that. But by all means, talk to somebody. You never know. You telling somebody something, how it can make you feel and how it can let them know that, okay, they going through the same thing. I never knew. They can talk to you about it. You can talk to them about it. Boom, you done built the bond. You done built the relationship. And now you're that person's confidence for them to know that everything's okay. So, make sure y'all give this video a big thumbs up. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, tell your mama, tell your daddy, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, all that. But, yeah. So, I will see y'all on the next video. And thank you for tuning in to my channel. All right, y'all. Bye.